Hey guys, and welcome to the third episode of Couch Time with Carlee. Clearly, lots of cyclists have their couch full at the moment because numerous people have been walking into bike breaks. And currently strolling through the shop is a male pro that lives in town and a fellow Australian, and he's looking like he wants to sit on this lounge. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Chris Williams.
Hello.
Thanks for coming on the show.
No problem.
I know I kind of blackmailed you into it today when I saw you on the bike ride. But yeah, how long have you lived in Girona for?
This is my 4th year here. On and off, I kind of live an endless summer, go home to Australia during winter here, so I enjoy the summer months here.
Yeah, it's the way to roll. Definitely. I mean, you're looking quite tanned. Every time I see you've been doing like 5 or 6 hours on the bike. But last week you actually showed me a new route that I hadn't been on, Montsenay. Yeah, it was a 6-hour, or with the guys, more like 5 hours ride, and it was up this, was it about 20k berg?
I think the climb was 18 kilometres in the end. It's one of the highest climbs in the area. It's a long day out, so I don't go up there very often. Yeah,
with a group though, it was pretty awesome. But yeah, so I guess as a cyclist, we always have to monitor our body a fair bit. Your team that you're on is a little bit different to the standard teams in the peloton. Everyone on the team has type 1 diabetes on Novo Nordisk. What do you guys have to do to make sure that your body's actually okay to race and that you're healthy enough during the race and everything with the diabetes?
We like to think we're not too much different to everyone else, but we are monitoring our blood sugar while we're riding, so we'll have a continuous glucose monitor plugged into us basically. And
yeah, I've seen there's something on the back that you guys have that, does it prick you every hour or something?
It's sort of injected under our skin subcutaneously, and it tells us our blood sugar every 5 minutes, so we get a constant graph of what our blood sugar is doing. So we're checking that to make sure we're eating at the right time. We may need to take insulin during a race. It's sort of monitoring that 24/7. Of course, it's not during racing, only during racing when we have to do it. So at home and for the rest of our lives, we're doing it as well. It makes it a little bit more difficult, but of course we've been doing it for many, many years. Some of the guys have had diabetes for almost their entire lives, so we're well practiced at it.
So many of us, when we're cyclists, cycling's our whole life and we can get quite consumed and in the bubble. But you've actually had a normal working life before this. Yeah. So what were you before you became a pro cyclist?
I was a high school teacher for 5 years. I taught in a Catholic all-girls school in Brisbane, Australia.
Do you know what is funny? I have a really good mate who actually used to be your student.
Ooh,
Jazzy.
Jasmine Hurricano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I taught her maths. I remember teaching her trigonometry.
And then going on bunch rides together.
Yeah. It's I met her over in America a couple of times when I was racing actually, and she was on a Vanderkitten back then, so I ran into her a few times.
Yeah, but now racing and being a pro, you guys actually have some pretty amazing races that you get to do. What is your favourite one that you've gotten, the most iconic or memorable one that you would say?
For me, it's definitely San Remo. I watched it on TV when I first started cycling, and I've done it twice now, and to line up on the start line next to guys you watched on TV is a bit surreal. So that was definitely one of my favourite experiences racing, but I have to say I actually enjoy racing in Asia a fair bit too. Very different style of racing over there, a bit more chaotic, but it's good fun.
Yeah. So I thought it might be a good opportunity today to actually have a bit of a competition and see who can change a tyre the quickest. I can't ever race against you and you'll probably beat me, but this maybe I might have a shot. Clearly I probably shouldn't have worn something white, but yeah, I thought we could have a go.
Riders, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, fix that tyre.
Yes!
Go, Carlee Taylor!
We're just putting the same one back in.
Doing bullshit. I mean poo.
I did used to work in a bike shop for a bit.
Why did you tell me this now? Looks like Chris Williams has definitely got the lead in this one. Carlee's making a comeback though. Roll that tyre. That's it, that's it.
Had a blowout.
Yes!
Getting assistance, clearly.
Clear.
Just motivational.
Dave, do you want to check that?
Do you want to check it?
Gonna have a PSI of 100.
This thing doesn't work. I'm guessing it's 100. It's flat, but it's good.
In terms of hardness. Sorry, but Chris
Yes.
Williams is
It'll get me home. It'll get
So,
me home.
Chris, how do you feel about your first win of the season?
It was close call. I almost blew it, actually. I almost blew it. The tyre almost came off, so good victory. I'll take that.
Absolutely devastated. If you don't win, you lose. Being this time of the year, there's a lot of rumours going around in the peloton with transfers, and there actually has been quite a number of transfers. Lauren Kitchen going to FDJ, as well as Rosanna Slick from Sunweb. Also Cassia Nivodoma going to Canyon SRAM. I think that's actually a really good move for her. Being the type of rider she is, going to a really strong team with good equipment and everything, which is what Canyon SRAM looked like to be. It was announced that there's going to be a movie star women's team. So that's kind of exciting, because always when there's a new team, it means the rider market, there's more money in the sport. So there's another team on the blocks, and having a men's team already in existence hopefully means that this will be a really well organised team, and that's exciting. And of course, last episode we had the fabulous Molly Weaver on the show, and her move to drops. I think that's a really good move for her, and I think a lot of the time when female cyclists are happy, they're gonna ride so much better, and I think she sounds so happy and so motivated for next year already, and it's always awesome to see a rider like that, especially so early now after the year she's had. I'm pretty sure she's the toughest chick I know, so I think next year she's going to have a really good year, and I'm excited to watch her in a British team, so in her homeland. We've talked about 2 riders leaving WM3, so I'm really excited to see who they get, because the 2 riders that have left are quite strong riders, and Cassia being their leader, one of their leaders, along with Mariana Voss. But it's going to be interesting to see who they sign to replace those riders. Then the big one, the one that ends the year, the World Championships. It's kind of like an Ardennes type race, in my opinion, or a hard spring classics. And I think Annemiek van Vleuten, she's going so strong at the moment. You can't look past her as having to be one of the favourites. Also, a rider like Cassia's, she was so strong in that Ardennes week. Also with Anna van der Breggen as well. The Dutch team are going to be the strongest, or definitely one of the strongest. I think Australia could actually really send quite a strong team too. If you kind of look at those types of riders that were going well in the Ardennes week, you kind of can't look past them for the Worlds, because they're also the ones that are really coming up and have good form currently. Hopefully the weather's okay, and also I kind of can't not cheer for the Aussies. I won't be there, but definitely I always hope that we have a good race. Looking forward to cheering them on. So while we're here filming at Bye Breaks, they've actually got some really cool projects on the go, and now I'm going to take you to have a look at it. So we're currently in Bike Breaks Boutique with Dave, the owner.
Hello.
And yeah, so I guess there's numerous cyclists that have been living in town for quite a number of years.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they've kind of always handed you their kit,
Yeah,
right?
we've been buying kit from 40 different pros for almost 10 years, so we've got a massive collection of kits. We've got any possible kit combination that you can possibly think of, from shoe covers to socks to helmets to head warmers to everything. We've got tons and tons of it. So logical next step for Bike Breaks, as we were running out of space, was to move here to open this part, which will be just apparel, just clothing, nothing else.
So it is pretty awesome. Like if you're in Girona just riding around and want to be riding in Dan Martin's old kit or some of the jerseys you've got in the shop.
Yeah, and you don't even have to come to Girona, because this will have an online shop as well. So
That's
every
awesome.
single thing will also be on the internet eventually. So this is a massive exclusive because nobody knows, and I think there's a lot of speculation in Girona at the moment about what we're doing in here. As you can see, we've got all the windows blocked off.
You also, like, you've helped us cyclists so much in the past.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to see you guys kind of like opening another shop, but also just for the cycling kit and everything, like cycling shoes, helmets.
Yeah.
I can see a few of my previous teams.
Yeah,
that's a good thing when you change teams a lot. Like I've got a lot of stuff
That's the
to
only
sell.
good thing about it. Now, the cycling community in Girona is very, very strong. There's a lot of riders here, a lot of pros, and a lot of amateurs. So, for us to play our little part in that cycling community, like, we're very proud to do it. So we've got our own range of Bike Breaks kit. So we've got lots of different designs and stuff. We've got different cuts now in the range, so the elite cut. And then we've got lots and lots of stuff from different pro riders. So if you want to go down any of the racks that we have, we've got...
Guessing this is the thermal winter range.
This is the winter stuff, which we're just putting online. So this one, that's something you might recognise there.
Yeah, extra small.
That's basically new.
Basically, I wore this every day. If anyone knows the type of layering options I go for, they know that this was well used. Summer, winter, combined with other layers.
August, Carlee's still wearing a thermal.
This is a fake tan.
If you just go down the rack, you can see like lots and lots of different teams from many different years, different riders, different styles. So we've got tons and tons of kit for sure. So tomorrow is the official opening of the shop, so a little bit nervous. So this is an open invitation to anyone who is in Girona. More than welcome to come down, have some champagne. So I think you're coming. Out, so excellent. There'll be a few riders here for sure.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode, and stay tuned for my next one in a few weeks. Ciao.